Picture this. It's 2 a.m., and you're staring at your laptop screen with bloodshot eyes. Another deadline looming. Another impossible demand from your boss. Your heart's racing, your hands are shaking, and you can't remember the last time you actually slept through the night. Sound familiar? For millions of people right now, this isn't just a bad week. It's everyday life. And here's what nobody tells you. All the advice you've been given about handling stress, it only makes things worse. But what if I told you there's someone who lived 2,000 years ago who already knew exactly what you're going through and left behind words that could change everything? Meet Sarah, corporate lawyer, 29 years old, climbing the ladder fast. On paper, she had it all figured out. Six-figure salary, corner office view, respect from colleagues. But behind closed doors, she was falling apart. Every morning started with that familiar knot in her stomach. Every email notification sent her anxiety through the roof. She'd snap at her family over nothing, cry in the bathroom during lunch breaks, and spend weekends dreading Monday. The worst part? She couldn't tell anyone. Everyone thought she was crushing it. Meanwhile, she was being crushed. The breaking point came on a Thursday afternoon. Sarah was in back-to-back meetings for 7 hours straight, hadn't eaten since breakfast, and her biggest client just threatened to leave if she didn't deliver a report by end of day. Something inside her just cracked. She locked herself in a conference room and couldn't stop shaking. Her chest felt tight, breathing became impossible, and for a terrifying moment, she genuinely thought she was dying. When her assistant finally found her, Sarah knew she couldn't keep living like this. But what choice did she have? Quitting wasn't an option. The bills wouldn't stop. Life wouldn't pause. So what was left? Sarah tried everything. Downloaded 3 meditation apps, used them twice. Started seeing a therapist who told her to practice mindfulness and set boundaries. Great advice, except her boss didn't care about boundaries. She read every self-help book on the bestseller list. Tried yoga. Tried journaling. Tried working less, which just meant falling behind and stressing more. Here's the brutal truth she discovered. All these solutions treated stress like a problem you could manage away. But stress wasn't her real problem. The real problem was that she was carrying everything alone, and no amount of breathing exercises could change that weight. She needed something stronger than tips and techniques. But what? Then came a random Sunday morning. Sarah hadn't been to church in years, but her mom had been asking, and she figured why not. The sermon was forgettable, but right at the end, the pastor quoted something. John 16, verse 33. In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world. Sarah froze. Wait, in this world you will have trouble? Not might. Not if you're unlucky. Will. Guaranteed. And somehow, that hit different. Because every other message she'd heard was about eliminating stress, avoiding trouble, fixing everything. But this was Jesus straight up saying, life's going to be hard. Period. But then came the second part. Take heart. I have overcome the world. Not you need to overcome. Not here's 10 steps to overcome. I have overcome. Past tense. Already done. That night, Sarah couldn't stop thinking about it. She'd spent months trying to create peace by controlling everything around her, fighting every battle, solving every problem, carrying every burden. And she was losing. But what if peace wasn't about winning every fight? What if it was about trusting someone who'd already won the war? She started reading more. Turns out, the kind of peace Jesus talked about wasn't the absence of chaos. It was something deeper, something that could exist right in the middle of the storm. Not the peace of a calm day, the peace of knowing the ship won't sink even when waves are crashing over the deck. And that changed the game completely. Here's what shifted for Sarah. Monday morning came. Same job, same demanding boss, same impossible workload. But something inside her was different. Before every meeting, she'd whisper a simple prayer. I can't do this alone. Help me. When her inbox exploded, instead of spiraling, she'd pause and remember. Trouble is guaranteed, but so is his victory. She stopped trying to be perfect and started being honest with herself, with God, about how much she was struggling. And weirdly, the less she tried to control everything, the more peace she felt. Not because her circumstances changed, They didn't. But because she wasn't carrying it solo anymore. She had someone bigger than her stress, her deadlines, her fears. And slowly, day by day, breathing got easier. So what does this actually look like? It's not magical. Sarah still has hard days, still deals with difficult clients and unrealistic demands. But now, she starts her mornings differently. Before checking emails, she reads something that reminds her who's really in control. When anxiety hits, she's learned to surrender instead of fight, literally praying, "This is too heavy for me," and trusting God to handle what she can't. She's set real boundaries, not because self-help books said to, but because she realized God didn't design her to carry everything. And here's the wild part. Her work didn't suffer. If anything, she became better at her job because she stopped operating from a place of fear and started operating from peace. In this world, you will have trouble. Jesus didn't sugarcoat it. Your job will stress you out. Bills will pile up. People will disappoint you. Life will throw curveballs you never saw coming. But take heart. He has overcome the world. Every anxiety you're facing right now, every pressure crushing down on you, every sleepless night wondering how you'll make it through, He's already walked through worse and came out victorious. And He's offering you the same peace that held Him steady through the storm. Not the peace that comes from perfect circumstances. The peace that holds you together when everything else is falling apart. The question is, are you ready to stop carrying it alone? Because the peace you've been searching for, it's been waiting for you all along. If this story encouraged you, make sure to subscribe for more real faith testimonies. Check out this video next about finding hope in difficult times. And don't forget, His peace is waiting for you. See you in the next one.